Hello everyone, welcome back to Miss Now Speaks, and in today's lesson I'm going to show you how to solve quadratic inequalities, and this is a continuing chapter from the past weeks where I've shown you on some topics that is linked to quadratic equations that include forming quadratic equations with the new roots and also solving quadratic equation using completing the square method. So today we are going to be solving quadratic inequalities, and this is got to do with the different types of roots that the quadratic have, and you'll also be using the discriminant formula. So the first question that we're going to see here, we will use a graph method, and we have this inequality here, so we're going to solve this like how we used to solve this inequality, where we're going to put the roots in, and then once you have done the root, what you need to do is, because you're solving it by graph, so and this is a U shape because the A here is positive more than 0 because it is 1, and then you're just going to put the roots here equivalently. Okay, let's just put it there, and then because it is more than, so you're going to color the part that is above the axis, and therefore the answer is x less than 2 or x greater than 3. Yeah, that's it for inequality. Now I'm going to use the same question and we're going to solve it using the table form. So you're just going to draw it in this form, and the same thing, the 2 and the 3 goes here. So this is one that comes out from the 2 and the rest are negative. So where you see the dotted line, it's negative, so a negative multiplied with a negative will give you a positive. A negative multiplied with a positive will give you a negative, and a positive multiplied with a positive will give you positive. And again, in this case, because your only one is greater than, so you're going to choose the side that has positive, and so the last answer will also be and definitely be the same, which is also x less than 2 and x greater than 3. Alright, so we're going to continue with another type of questions, and this time, like I have mentioned, you need to know the discriminant formula, and the discriminant formula is actually given by b squared minus 4ac. And because you remember when we talked about having two different real roots and the discriminant is greater than 0. Alright, and of course you need to make sure that you could find out clearly which one is the b, which one is the a, and which one is the c from your equation. And if you have forgotten to do so, you can actually watch back at the previous video where I talk about discriminant and finding the number of roots for an equation. So that's why you must subscribe to my channel, okay? So let's say now we have this equation, and what is the b? And the b here is the coefficient of the x, and the a is the coefficient of the x squared, and the remaining values will be the c, and I always prefer to write the negative behind, so to avoid any careless mistakes. Okay, and we're gonna open up this thing here, so truncating everything and putting the numbers to one side, and therefore because I'm going to divide with a negative number, I will actually reverse my inequality sign and simplifying the fraction. That's what you have. Okay, we're gonna have another question here. So this time we're given a quadratic equation that has no roots. So we're gonna write the discriminant again, and because it has no roots, so the inequality will be less than 0. Okay, and look at your equation and find out which is the b, which in this case is 4, and your a is 5, whereas your c is 3 minus k. So you're gonna open up all the bracket, and I'm gonna just keep my k on the left side and draw my numbers to the other side. In this case, I do not need to worry about reversing the inequality sign because I'm not dealing with a negative number or coefficient for k. But just make sure that you simplify the inequality or the fraction. And one more final example I'm going to give you this time. This quadratic equation has 2 equal roots. So when we have 2 equal roots, our discriminant will be equal to 0. So what is your b this time? Here will be p minus 2. And your a will be 1. And your c will be 4 minus p. So I'm going to open up all this. Just be very careful, especially on your negative signs. And I'm just going to truncate whichever I can first before going further. So I have this less. And therefore I'm going to have this one as my final answer. You can leave this, or you can also just use a calculator to calculate out the square root of 12. So there you go. Some questions on the inequalities of quadratic equations. So make sure you try some questions and subscribe to my channel. Miss Now Speaks. Till we meet again. See you soon and bye bye. Take care.